Hey, today I'm talking about the new action movie Ballerina. This is the first spin-off film from the John Wick universe, starring Ana de Armas. And the basic premise is Ana plays Eve, raised to be a ballerina assassin person, and then seeks vengeance on the people who murdered her father. And it's okay. My favorite aspect of the film, without a doubt, was the flamethrower section. That shit was incredible. It started off fine and then it just like kept going and kept increasing, and it got to a climax that I was not expecting and really blew me away. Like, that section alone is worth a watch regardless of the rest of the film. Also, John Wick does pop up for a decent chunk of the film, and really every time he pops up it brings some life and energy into the film for sure. In particular, he does have a fight sequence with Eve, the lead of this film. In that one he's being very restrained and that makes it more fun. But that's really it for my compliments of this film. There's a lot that I disliked about it. Firstly, I didn't know going into it that it had a troubled production, but upon reading that, it all clicked for me, because it's very clear that most of the dialogue in this film is ADR'd, recorded after the fact. Like, you do not see people's mouths moving to dialogue for the most part. And there's long stretches of the film where people just don't talk. And like, that can be cool and done well, but like, it just feels like there's stuff missing. Like, it kind of takes me out of the emotion of the action scenes. And then on top of that, like, the story, it's very simple, but still felt like a mess. It felt like so many pointless things. Like, we see this training montage, which raises more questions than it answers, because she gets sent to this ballerina thing at 10, and then it jumps forward 12 years, and she's a terrible ballerina, and she's a terrible fighter. And then she goes through this montage at 22 or whatever, and then suddenly gets better. But it's like, that montage should have been over that 12 years, starting her as a 10-year-old, being not able to do all this stuff, and then over the course of her teenage years getting better and more competent. Plus, like, she has a best friend character at the academy. It seems like she's gonna come back, and I think she comes back, but not in like a significant plot-wise thing. She just kind of comes back as sort of a background thing, to which I'm not even 100% certain that that was her, but I think it was. So it's like, what was even the point of her character? What was the point of any of that? Just to show her getting better, but like, we can assume that whilst at this ballerina assassin academy thing that she was going to get trained and become a better ballerina assassin person. So like, we don't need this. I saw people talking about like, oh, she gets told to fight like a girl at that part, and then she does do that throughout the film. But like, hey, that's very obvious that like, she's a very tiny little woman, so she needs to not just try to do a Henry Cavill and just like punch her way through everything. She needs to use her size and her skills to her advantage. She's small and nimble, use their weight against them type of thing. But like, if we're gonna show this training montage, show her doing stuff that we're gonna see her do later. Let's see her using those skills. Like, in the first action set piece after the training montage, there's this classic close-up shot of her foot doing like this little spin thing, and I'm like, wow, that would have been a really great moment to do a callback to something we just saw her training doing, but instead it's just a cliche. And then on top of that, I feel like the violence was both too tame but also too violent. Like, some people got blown up a couple times, which felt so extreme. Like, I don't mind the extreme violence, but like, it didn't feel in tone with like the other violence, where like, we're not even seeing people get like hurt. There's a different shot where like, she just axes someone in the face, which felt so extreme, because I felt like earlier she wasn't trying to kill people or trying her best to not kill people. So it was tonally really weird. So yeah, this film is definitely a mess. It does have some nuggets of some really great stuff, aka the flamethrower sequence, but overall it's not great. I still liked it, but that's a little generous. So would I recommend it? Not especially, but like, if you're a really big fan of the John Wick universe, yeah, sure, but like, maybe don't necessarily go out of your way for it. And now for my ranking, I put this at number 44 in the liked section. And this is out of a total of 55 new movies so far this year.